Hello guys, welcome back once again to a full all-out tarot reading session, and this time it's going to be only for you. Of course, this being the full moon night of November 30th, 2020, I mean you. You the adventurous, daring, funny, and the blunt guys. The leap before you see and the speak before you think kind of guys. Who else can that be but the dear little Sagittarius out there? Also some of my favorite people out there. And of course, I don't mean that you guys cannot be wise or discreet or prudent or deep thinkers. That's not what I mean at all. But what I do mean is that whether overtly or whether deep somewhere inside you, these qualities which I just mentioned are a definite natural part of you, and they will often be evident in your personalities from time to time, if not all the time, depending of course on your other natal planets. So well, this is the time for you guys for this reading, and this reading is going to be valid from the time beginning now up to the next 6 to 8 months going on into 2021. And as always, this is going to be a general reading, so take it as it resonates in your personal case, whoever you are. If you're guided to this reading, if you seek a deep detailed personal reading, please reach out to me through any of the forums I've mentioned below the video, and I shall be happy to do a personalized reading for which I always share voice clips for you to keep with you forever. So well, let's get started with this reading, and I do hope it brings some guidance from above, some deep intuitive understanding for you in some way or the other, which is truly helpful for you in whatever way it's meant to be at this point of time. So let's get started. I have my cards here already, and I am as usual going to get started with what I ask first, which is what is coming up for you. What are the major things or the energies that are shaping up even now as I speak for you guys, all the Sagittarius out there who are guided to this video. So watch out whether you are a Sagittarius or whether you have a Sagittarius ascendant or a moon in Sagittarius, or you have a loved one or a friend or a sibling or a parent or someone else who might have any of those combinations. So let's get started with asking our guides and divine spirit to guide us to the light. What is it? What are the energies that are shaping up for the Sagittarius out there who are guided to this video? What are the energies that are shaping up for them? What are the major happenings, the energies that are shaping up for the Sagittarius, that are coming up for the Sagittarius, or shaping up for the Sagittarius who are guided to this video out there? What's happening for them? What's upcoming for them now and in the upcoming 6 to 8 months? What can they look forward to? What is happening for them? All right, I'm going to be picking out 2 cards, and right, so let's see what's coming up for the Sagittarius out there. What energies are shaping up for them now and in the upcoming 6 to 8 months? All right, so I'm drawn towards actually this card, the last card, the other side. Wonderful. Let me come back to it. And another one is okay. So all good things come with the reverse side. You guys have drawn these 2 major arcana cards, and I'll come back to them. Let me have a look here again. All right. Okay, so the World card now, you have a lot of closures coming up, a lot of closures which are already shaping, already underway, or they are coming up. A lot of closures, which usually means in a very good sense. You have gone through some, long journeys. Some or the other cycle is coming, a karmic cycle, a lesson, a deep soul lesson is coming to an end in some aspect of your life. That could be in terms of a relationship, in terms of a career, in terms of a deep spiritual way of being, a new way of being, a whole new lesson learned, and you might, just be coming out a whole new person. So this is the completion. It's a completion of a cycle. It's not a small cycle. It's not a small 1 day, 2 day, or a few months old event. This is something which is a major life lesson, a lesson which you couldn't have avoided learning in this lifetime, and in some way you're coming a full circle, where you are coming to the end of a full cycle, a full lesson in whatever aspect of your life. This can often mean also travel in some way. This can also, because this being the World card, it can also indicate extensive travel for good news associated with travel, good news coming in from somewhere for you, travel based news, or some fortune connected to travel, or it can mean some kind of an accomplishment, some kind of a major success, major accomplishments in some big way. As I said, coming full circle, major achievements after having learned full lessons inwards, spiritually, internally, and which are also going to be reflected in your outer circumstances. So this is sort of endings, and every ending also contains in its own beginning. So naturally, when you come to an ending, it's also the start of a new, fresh beginning. So this is good news, guys. You have completed some major cycle and major work, and new things are just flowing your way, new beginnings, new happenings, and the beginning of a new cycle. With that, you also have drawn the Devil card. So be careful, some of you guys. Be careful about giving away your power to people, to circumstances, or to things which are not for your highest good. The Devil card is always indicative of somebody or something having power over you. It might be a habit, it might be a way of being, it might be a way of acting in relationships, it might be a way of connecting to life, connecting to people. Some aspect of your life is not healthy, whatever that may be. As I said, whether in relationships or a physical way of being, or some negative addictions or negative habit patterns, something is so negative that it literally has you in its clutches. And remember, this card always also tells you that you have the power at all times. You have the power. You are the one who've allowed to give it away. This can also be for codependent relationships, too much of clinginess, too much of codependent relationships, depending on other people to give you your happiness, depending on other sources, external sources, other people, unhealthy relationships in a way where you're too much codependent in some way, or else in addictive relationships or addictive negative patterns. Or this can also be for hardcore addiction, maybe drugs or whatever else it indicates. So something or someone, it could also be, sometimes people at work, a boss or someone has a negative power over you, but it's always in your power to take it back and walk out of this situation. You are in this situation because you're not exercising your will, and you believe that's the only option for you. You believe that if you separate yourself, you will be putting an end to your happiness. You believe that you have no other way. You feel trapped, but the power is always with you. Remember, walking out of this situation, whatever this is indicative of, and if this is something genuinely going on in your life, by now you would definitely have known what this is about. So remember, whatever this is, this card is a clear indication that walking away, breaking away, or taking your power back is only going to work out for your good, not the other way around. No matter whether it feels to you that way right now or not. And especially coupled with the World card, things are coming to an end. So this is a great card. It's a beautiful card. It's the last card also of the deck. And this is a rare card to come. It doesn't come always. It's about putting an end to a certain way of being, unhealthy ways. It's coming full circle, achieving lessons, success, accomplishment, learning lessons, and transcending lessons successfully, so that you've come to the end of a certain learning which will reflect in your outer life in big ways. So make sure you understand this in relation also to this. Okay, so let's pull out some other cards for you guys, and let's ask this time, what is it that you need to be wary of, cautious about? What is it that you should be cautious about? What is it that Sagittarius out there who are guided to this video need to be careful about, cautious about, wary about, or keep away from now and in the coming 6 to 8 months? What are the things or energies that the Sagittarius out there, people for whom this video is, should be cautious of or keep away from? All right, so let's do this one again. What are the things that all the beautiful Sagittarius guys out there, the funny guys, the blunt guys, we need a lot of bluntness. We need people in this world right now who call a spade a spade. We need a lot of that, way more than we think. So we need all that. And what is it that these guys need to be wary of at this point of time, maybe even while they're exercising their truth or exercising their need to be free, which is a huge need for Sagittarius people, the need to be free in whatever ways freedom means for them individually. So what is it that the Sagittarius out there need to be careful of or be cautious about or keep away from in the period for the upcoming 6 to 8 months? Thank you, Divine Spirit, for guiding me to the cards. All right, so this one and this one. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Makes a lot of sense. Also sense. Okay. And this one. All right. Okay. So these are two cards which you have, you guys, and these cards, they are indicating of the emotional aspect of relationships. In themselves, they are not negative cards. In fact, this one can be a very positive card. It speaks of, you know, your soul tribe, your true circle of friends, people who are intimate with you and they're bonded with you at the soul level, forming beautiful friendship circles, emotional circles, so that kind of thing. But this is something you are being cautioned against at this point of time, and to me it immediately speaks of, again, what I just said, also in relation to the previous devil card, some kind of codependency. This is definitely some kind of codependent relationships. You need to let go of something. So this could also mean that there is someone in your intimate circle, inner circle, maybe that you consider as close friends, people who you can depend on or you can trust. There's someone who's not entirely trustable, or there's some negative patterns in that circle, in the circles where you feel you can totally trust and depend upon, but there is something which you're not seeing, or rather which you do not wish to see, which you are living in denial of. It might be time for you to move away. Some things are not the same. You might need to be moving away from certain circles of friends, some people maybe who've been a long part of your life, who you've come to, you know, share a lot with, whom you've come to form deep intimate friendships with, but there might be something which needs to be you know, reworked or let go of, because this can be codependent patterns or people making use of you, or this friendship not being truly for your highest good at this point of time, whatever this friendship, whatever this bond is. And also this card speaks about being too much in the past. So the Sagittarius guys, you can be great dreamers. You like to dream a lot. You can, you know, literally you guys like to travel a lot, but when you are not allowed to travel, you can literally sit in a chair and dream away and, you know, think of everything from you know, just while sitting in a spot. You can dream on, which is good, because dreaming are blueprints for a lot of you know, our soul's ambitions for us, soul's plans for us. But when it gets out of hand, it becomes too much of daydreaming, and it can, you know, literally make us go waste, whereby instead of action we can spend too much time daydreaming. So this, in terms of relationship, it tells me that some of you are, for whoever this card refers to, have got into the habit of too much you know, nostalgia, in thinking about the past, being in the past, so much so that you cannot be in the present, or you're living in denial of the present, because the present might not be feeling as comfortable, as convenient, as pleasant for you as you would like to be. Or maybe you're feeling too you know, too close, too, you know, like in a kind of a bondage, which is I'm not surprised the way things are these days, restricted in your movement, restricted in your ability to feel free, breathe free. So it's very much possible that you know, because of that also you've taken to, you know, just thinking of how things were and being in the past, or in a general context of your life, thinking of how things were before, or thinking of past things, or even childhood or nostalgia, past relationships. So too much of that, and too much of living in the past, which is keeping you away from living in the present and exercising your choice, your mindfulness in the present, and making the most of this present moment, because in every present moment is where actually life is. So those are some important powerful lessons for you, things which you should not be doing or be cautious of. Be cautious of some people who are not right for you. Be aware that not everyone who appears close enough or trustable is always so. Sometimes people who appear to be very understanding, who appear to be trustable, you have to get closer into their energy. Sometimes they're not really people who are seeking your highest good. Sometimes they're only seeking their own profit, or they're only seeking gossip. Sometimes they're not truly your well-wishers. So whatever this is, make sure to follow this. And also in terms of the devil card, something has taken your power away. So it could also be someone here, or too much thinking of the past is also a task which can take your power away to be in the present, especially when this gets into an addictive mode. So be careful of that. All right, so I will now use my other deck, this beautiful angel deck, tarot deck, and I will be asking some more questions. So let's ask about relationships, since emotions and relationships just figured out. Two of those cards were just for relationships and emotions. So let's ask some more questions. So let's ask, what is the energy, or what is it that the Sagittarius out there, what is it that they can truly embody or be at this point of time for the highest good of their relationships? So let's ask that. So what is it that the Sagittarius out there are being guided to embody? What energies, what emotions, what way of being are they being guided to embody at this point of time for the highest good of their relationships in life at this point of time for the period in the next 6 to 8 months? What are the Sagittarius out there being guided to embody or embrace? What ways of being, what actions, what emotions, what energies for the highest good of their relationships? So what can they embrace or embody for the highest good of their relationships? Okay. Let's spread this out. I wish you could see all the cards all the time. That's my intention, but sometimes the camera does not allow with the camera position. That's okay. So what is it that the Sagittarius out there who are watching this video and for whom this is meant are being guided to embrace and embody at this point of time for the highest good of their relationships? Okay. So I'll be picking out two cards, this one and this one. All right. Very interesting. Okay. So this brilliant, experienced, humorous, judgmental, releasing situations or people that no longer serve you once again. This is once again the same message all over again. If you needed any other bigger reaffirmation, you couldn't have got one. Seeing the humor in difficult situations, focusing on career, and also divorced or unmarried individuals. Here you are. This is the Queen of Swords herself, cutting away all that is unnecessary. This could refer to a person, but in most situations, especially what we're talking about, I feel this is again an action or a way of being or an energy you're being asked to embrace. The Queen of Swords, cutting away all that is unnecessary, that makes you emotionally weak or overwhelms you, that's not for your highest good, and allowing the logical, the clear part of you, the rational part of you to take over for this while. And this is, see, for relations it says letting go, of people and situations that no longer serve you. What did I tell you in the previous two cards? So there's definitely something which is happening. Some people are taking away your power, or you are allowing yourself to be part of codependent relationships where either you are the codependent person addicted to another person, or thinking your life will go haywire without them even when you're not being truly served, or it's the other person who is codependent on you and you are allowing that, not allowing them to grow and not allowing them to learn their own highest lessons. So whatever it is, there is time for letting go of some situation, maybe some way of being in a family, some family bonds which are keeping you back, something or the other. It is not for your highest good. You need to clear some ties. You need to clear some negative behavior patterns. You need to detach yourself from a negative way of being. So that's very clear. And you also have the strength card, which is wonderful. So the strength cards comes to give you strength. To me, it clearly tells you right now that you have the strength to do something which you feel is very difficult. As I said with the previous cards also, that it's possible that, especially the Devil card, you feel that you are stuck in a situation, there's no other way, with people or in a circumstance where you have no power, but you have the power at all times. And allowing you to know this is only something which will give you a greater power and happiness in the time to come, and not the other way around. The only thing is you need to have the strength to take the right action, whatever it is. And usually this action in this case would be of letting go of something or someone and taking your power back. You know, making the right decision, not through the heart, because at this time it's not guiding you right, you know, connecting with the higher insight, and also taking a logical, clear decision, allowing the highest insight to give you the logical, clear decision. This time you know it in your heart, you know it, what this talks about, you know what's wrong in you, with you at this point of time. What are the patterns, habit patterns, negative ways of being, codependent patterns, or other addictive patterns you are part of, or others are participating in with you, and you know what this is about. So you have the strength. So this asks you, the strength card is personal power and assertiveness portrayed with kindness and compassion that brings about forgiveness. This is a beautiful, again, a major arcana card. So this is a lesson you have to learn in this life. Not everything can be gotten through just being blunt. Sagittarius can have often a way of being too blunt, which, as I said, is a great thing to call a spade, but sometimes that bluntness can be hurtful. Sometimes, as I said, to speak before you think. It's great to be authentic. It's great to speak out your truth. But sometimes you end up saying things which can be sarcastic, which can be hurtful, which have no other purpose but for, making another person, bear the weight of your sarcasm. So sometimes, it's very important to balance the truth, or what you feel is the truth, with kindness and with thoughtfulness before you utter those words. So strength is not just about, just being blunt, or not also about showing aggression, because Sagittarius can often show a lot of aggression. They can get all excited and, raring to go and get into a fight and go out there and, stand up for a cause, or, as I said, go on an adventure, or seek justice, or stand up for things they believe in sometimes, and get carried away with all the excitement of that. But aggression is not what you need right now. It's inner strength. So when inner strength comes, when you truly have inner strength, you do not need to be the kind who's showing out aggression or going around hurting people with that. This is something which you need to practice from inside, and it will flow in every aspect of you. Even when it comes to taking back your power from unhealthy places or situations where you've given it away, this is what is going to work for you, rather than aggressiveness. I want my power back, I'm taking. So it's more like the quiet silence, the assertiveness of knowing you're always powerful, knowing it's right here, that your power inside you, your power lies, and knowing that nobody else can take it away for you, knowing that you don't have to enter into anything which does not feel joyous, whole, respectful for you, or does not feel as being worthy of you. So this is the strength card, standing up for yourself, being centered in your power through inner knowing, instead of a show of outer unnecessary aggression or unnecessary doing actions, spoiling relationships and hurting people, and saying wrong things which you cannot take back, and doing wrong actions or breaking up ties. This is just for knowing who you are and just living that, embodying that strength inside you. this is what it is. And so it also makes me feel when I look at this last card. So some of you might be feeling, in terms of this, you might be feeling kind of tired right now, taking up the weight of a lot of things in your life. Things might be feeling heavy in terms of relationship or in some other aspects. So let go. Again, the message for those places: let go, outsource, share a bit of burden with others. Do not go around thinking you have to do everything on your own, or do not go around thinking you have to carry the burden of all those emotional relationships whereby you do all the work, in whatever sense. It doesn't always mean physical work, but being the person who takes care of everything, and is the emotional sponge or whatever. Just allow yourself to set things in the right perspective and take on only as much as you feel is right for you, and which makes you feel healthier, more whole and free. Freedom, as I said, is a major necessity for Sagittarius people. They need expansion. They need a sense of a whole sense of being able to breathe, and they do not like being boxed in, or being forced into typical ideas or stereotypical ways of being. Now that can of course vary from person to person. One Sagittarius living somewhere else growing up with a certain set of ideas can find another Sagittarius in a different place very, very conservative, whereas that other Sagittarius does not think that way. But this is of course a relative thing, but inside them all Sagittarius are freedom lovers and are usually non-judgmental people in their true blue sense, which does not mean that we don't have any judgmental Sagittarius people. Okay, let's get down to the message from the moon. We're coming to some oracle cards that I'm going to be reading now. So let's see, what message does the moon have right now for all the Sagittarius people out there who are guided to this reading for the highest good. So some message from the moon's divine wisdom. So what message is there for the Sagittarius out there? What message does the moon's guidance have, the moon's wisdom have for the Sagittarius now and for the upcoming 6 to 8 months? Let me see. Okay. Right. So what message does the moon's guidance have for the Sagittarius out there? Okay, so this is what I'm guided to. Again and again, similar sorts of messages. This is a powerful reaffirmation once again, guys. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. This again reminds me of that card which you got about nostalgia, about being too much living in your head, living in daydreaming, living in the past, thinking about past relationships, past times, your family, or your extended friend circle, extended family, the things you used to do in the past, or another way of being, or just living too much in the past, daydreaming. Be in the present. Your life is no longer the past. The past never is. It's the present that you have to make most of, in order also to learn your lessons, in order to transcend the lessons. So in some way you're scared, or you're not wanting to step out of your comfort zone, whether it's through addictive or negative relationship patterns or something, or whether it's through daydreaming or something or the other. You are not wanting to change, even if it's not for your highest good, just because it's a familiar way of being or it's comfortable, you are happy to be there. And even though you might know from deep within, at least some of you, that this is not going to work out, this is not right, but you're going back to the same pattern. Step out of your comfort zone, whatever this refers to. New way of doing things, breaking away from things, breaking away from boundaries, fresh starts. Do that even if it feels intimidating or daunting right now. It's going to be for your highest good. So do step out of your comfort zone and tried and tested things that are no longer working, whatever aspect, relationships, career, and your inner way of being, whatever this refers to. New habit patterns, new starts, new way of doing things, new ways of taking care of yourself, new ways of relating, everything. Step out of your comfort zone. You will be doing things even if they're not comfortable for you. This means you will be guided to do things, maybe things which you have never thought of doing before, which you never would have done before. You are being guided to in some way by life to do those things now, because this is what life wants for you. This is part of your lesson and growth. So that's it. That was a powerful card, and that's what's coming up. Let's just pick out some more oracle cards for you out here. Let me pick out a card from, this is a beautiful card. Now a lot of people, Sagittarius people, they like animals, a lot of them. Again, they might be those with different kind of natal planetary, you know, afflictions or whatever, which might not be into too many animals, but Sagittarius people do usually like animals. So this is a beautiful animal spirit deck. So let's see what animal spirit is guiding you. What animal spirit is guiding the Sagittarius people out there guided to this video? What animal spirit are they being guided to embody or learn from most at this point of time? Okay, so let's get a card for that. What animal spirit are the Sagittarius most being guided to learn from at this point of time? What animal spirit is most guiding them at this point of time? What animal spirit are they being guided? Okay, so this one fell out straight off, so let's just go to this. Wonderful. This says humpback whale. It's a singer. Do you guys like to sing? Some of you, I have a feeling. Even if you might not have great voices, you don't need to. Some of you might not, but you like to sing, maybe in the bathroom or wherever, but you like to sing out loud, some of you. So anyway, this is humpback whale, and this is your animal spirit guide, your prominent animal spirit guide for this point of time, and you're being guided to embrace her energy. A powerful creature, the humpback whale, you know, whale watching, a powerful, resilient creature. So sing healing songs for the world. What a wonderful message. The world needs healing at this point of time. So with all your positive, optimistic spirit, which the Sagittarius people usually have, they cannot usually stay down in the dumps for too long if they are true blue Saggies. So with all your positive, optimistic spirit and your zest for life, please share the healing around. Please find ways to bring healing to the world in whatever ways it's possible for you to share optimism, share goodness, share positivity, and sing healing songs for the world if you can. It also says your inner navigation always guides you, so you need to be tuned in inwards for the answers, for major decisions, for lessons, and nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. So go all out. Whatever your goal is, go all out. Nothing is too difficult right now. And even if it's difficult things, whether the goal is about achieving something or releasing something, letting go of something, go all out. Nothing is difficult right now. When it is something which is for your highest good and which is going to bring you towards, which is going to navigate you towards greater harmony, greater joy, greater wholeness, greater well-being, greater abundance, greater sense of joy and security in your life, whatever that is, allow first of all to be guided inwards and then work towards it. Nothing will stop you if that's what you truly seek. And finally, it says align with your purpose and the power in your soul. What wonderful messages. So that's your message for your animal spirit. And of course, now I'm going to be guiding you to some prosperity guidance, because who doesn't love prosperity? Who doesn't love abundance? And let's see what abundance message guidance is there for all the Sagittarius people out there being guided to this video. What do the divine abundance guides wish to share with the Sagittarius out there? Okay, all right, so one fell out, so I don't need to do anything else. Wonderful, unlimited ideas. That's exactly perfect for Sagittarius, because that's the way their mind roams, as I said, thinking and daydreaming and ideas and adventures and thoughts of all the things that they can do and all the things possible for them. So your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. This also is again making me feel that something, whatever it is holding you back, whatever past things, past patterns, past ways of being, relationships and cords which are not serving. You need to release them, because you have no idea what abundance is, what joy. Abundance does not always mean monetary, but abundance, whole set of where you feel abundant, where you feel joyous, abundance of joy, because in the end that's our main purpose, even through money, to feel such wholeness, such joy of living within us. So you have no idea, once you step out of that comfort zone, what things await you. And this is exactly about that. So you have complete access to unlimited ideas. The whale also was just guiding you about the same things, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. Reaffirmation. I don't need to say anything else. I don't need to re-explain, I think. So wonderful. And finally, as always, I think I would like to end with Archangel Michael, because Archangel Michael is the beautiful archangel of protection. And Archangel Michael is also the patron saint of police people, firefighters, police personnel, because he is someone who guides us through all kinds of dangers, even if they are physical dangers. So for all kind of negative energies, from all kinds of dangers, so that kind of thing. And so let's ask Archangel Michael, the divine angel of protection, the archangel of shielding us from negativities, of what message, the archangel who allows us to be courageous and stand strong. What message does Archangel Michael have at this point of time for the Sagittarius out there being guided to this video? Thank you, Archangel Michael, for your message for all the Sagittarius who are guided to this video. A message that they can make use of for the upcoming 6 to 8 months. A message which will do them well and serve them well. To remember. Alright, so let me just lay them out. And all right, so message for the Sagittarius out there. Thank you, Archangel Michael. This one. Have confidence. This is very interesting, because the Saggy, a typical true blue Saggy personality, somewhere they always have confidence. Sometimes they are faking it, but it's always there deep inside them. So as I said, these are the people who will or take leaps without thinking, without seeing, and they'll be ready to go off on adventures and network and go all out there, not to hide away, or they like to shine their shine their light, and they like to talk. They usually like to do things they like outdoors, they like nature, and they are usually not the kinds to be low on confidence. These are the general typical traits that I'm saying. Of course, we have human complexities in every person. Every human being is a complex of so many more things other than just the typical true blue zodiac traits. We are a combination of so much more. So, but this is a message for you out there. Have confidence. Archangel Michael prayer for you is, Archangel Michael, please lend me your courage and fortitude. Help me realize that I'm one with all that is divine wisdom, strength, love, creativity, abundance, and health. Allow me to feel confident and peaceful about myself in all ways. So all of it, all the abundance, as I said, that you can hope for in terms of health, wholeness, joy, prosperity, it's there. And you are being guided to it. So stay connected and have the confidence. If there's something you've been wanting to do, some steps you've been wanting to take, maybe in your career or some aspect of your life, but which your soul really wants you to, which your heart really wants you to, but you have been second guessing or doubting yourself or worrying, go all out. This is your card. Do it. Don't doubt yourself. Let go of those doubts. They come from the ego. You being told you have it all. Go all out. If you have a talent you want to share, if there's something you want to do, if there's something you've been waiting to do for a long time, if there's something you've hidden and which truly you want to do, because now it's the time, it's bursting to come out, don't let it rein in this time. Just allow it to come out. So do what it takes. Go all out, and you have the confidence. It's when you take the step, so many forces of nature will come out all out to help you. So I think that's a beautiful message, and with that I think I have come to the end of this reading, all for Sagittarius out there. I hope at least some of you found some resonance. As I always say, it might not always come to you right away. Sometimes things, you know, come to you in course of weeks, make sense to you in course of few months, and also sometimes in course of years, which happens with me. There are tarot readings which I got done years and years back, and only now, because there were major things, only now I see them in retrospect how much sense they made, even when they were done years back. So always remember this with tarot, it's higher divine guidance and not superficial quick fixes, and it will make sense to you at some point or the other, if not immediately. If it's a lesson, if it's a deep guidance which is truly intended for you, it will fall into place and make sense for you. So, well, all you Sagittarius guys out there, lovely folks, thank you again for your patience in watching. I also wish you a happy Merry Christmas in advance for the end of this month, and I truly hope you have a beautiful and prosperous and well guided and well attuned beginning of the new year 2021. With this, I say bye bye, take care, and I will be back again now for a fresh new reading for the Capricorns out there. Till then, take care and have a good day and night wherever you are. Bye bye.